The New Boyz were an American hip-hop rap and jerkin crew duo that consisted of rappers Earl Ben J. Benjamin and Dominic Legacy Thomas from Hesperia, California. They debuted in summer 2009 with their viral hit, You're a Jerk, taken from their debut studio album Skinny Jeanz and Dominic, released in September 2009. The song peaked in the top 30 of the Billboard Hot 100, and it was the first song to bring the jerkin style to the national forefront. A second single, Tie Me Down featuring Ray J, was also successful and peaked in the top 30. In May 2011, their second studio album Too Cool to Care, was released. It includes the top 40 hits Backseat, featuring the Cataracs and Dev, and Better with the Lights Off featuring Chris Brown. The New Boyz have also been featured on Hot Chelle Rae's song I Like It Like That, which peaked at number 28 on the Hot 100. Biography: Benjamin and Thomas met as freshmen at Hesperia High School. The two were originally rivals, but became friends over a common interest in music. Thomas began rapping at the age of 8 after watching a music video by Bow Wow, but Benjamin did not have plans to pursue a musical career. Instead, he intended to play football at San Diego State University. However, Benjamin decided to focus more on music after he discovered that he had a passion for rapping. With their October birthdays only a day apart, they pooled their gift money to buy recording equipment. Thomas then taught himself how to make beats for the group's songs with a computer program called Fruity Loops, saying I had to teach myself. We did a unregistered trademark want to pay for beats. After Thomas transferred to a new school, they decided to form a group. With Benjamin being Ben J, and Thomas being Legacy, they began performing together as the Swagger Boys on July 4, 2008 and created a MySpace page to promote their self-published single Colors. 2009, Skinny Jeanz and Dominic. In the summer of 2009, the New Boyz single You're a Jerk, based on the local dance style of jerkin, became a national hit. You're a Jerk peaked on number 24 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number 4 on the Hot Rap Tracks charts. The New Boyz debut album Skinny Jeanz and Dominic was released in September 2009. Released by Shotty and Asylum Records, the album peaked at number 56 on the Billboard 200 and number 8 on the Top Rap Albums charts. Tie Me Down, featuring Ray J, was the second single from the New Boyz debut album. That song contained auto-tune. Tie Me Down peaked at number 22 on the Hot 100 and number 5 on the Hot Rap Tracks. 2010-2011, Too Cool to Care. In July 2010, New Boyz collaborated with Virgin Islands singer Yaz on the song Break My Bank, which peaked at number 68 on the Billboard Hot 100. New Boyz will release their second studio album Too Cool to Care, on May 17, 2011. On the album, the duo plans to focus less on the jerkin aspect of the music, instead emphasizing more diverse influences. Legacy stated that on the previous album, listeners were more focused on these dudes wearing skinny jeans, they are making jerk stuff, so that's why we made sure on this second album, we let it be known that we can go, and the group plans to experiment with other genres besides hip-hop, including rock. On February 15, 2011, New Boyz released their second single off the album Backseat, which the song features the Cataracs and Dev. On May 7, 2011, Too Cool to Care was released. It sold 30,000 copies in the first week. The third single off the album was Better with the Lights Off, which featured Chris Brown. The single debuted at number 61 on the Billboard Hot 100 as a promotional single. After being officially released, it re-entered the chart at number 75 and reached a peak of number 38. Split up solo career plans. On February 28, 2013, Legacy announced via Twitter that the group had been working on their third album for Warner Music Brothers Records. However, on November 9, 2013, after many speculations that the group has gone their separate ways, member Earl Ben J. Benjamin officially stated they have decided to split up in order to pursue solo careers. He stated in an interview, "We've shared our talents with the world as a duo and had a very successful career in doing so. Our songs stayed on the charts and our videos always received millions and millions of organic views on YouTube and Vevo. but after selling out shows and touring all over the world, we've decided that we'd like to share our talents with our fans individually. Together or apart. We've made our mark in American music history and our imprint will never be forgotten. I wish my brother the best in all that he does, and can't a unregistered trademark T wait till we're both at the Grammys getting nominated for our solo efforts. And so begins a new chapter, in a new book. With this new boy. The group reunited in the 2014 film School Dance. Legal issues. On July 9, 2012 it was announced that New Boyz was being sued in a legal dispute due to copyrights of their name against Christian rock band The Newsboys, after confusion of the group's names. Discography. Studio albums mixtapes singles promotional singles as featured artist music videos You're a Jerk.com, Tie Me Down featuring Ray J, So Dope, Crickets featuring Tiger, Break My Bank featuring ERs, Crush on You featuring YG, Backseat featuring the Cataracs and Dev, Tough Kids featuring Sabi, Better With the Lights Off featuring Chris Brown, Found My Swag featuring the BANGZ, Dancing Around the Truth, New Kid Swag featuring Brandon Suhu from Incredible Crew. Filmography. Films Awards and nominations. References. External links, official site, New Boyz channel at YouTube, Legacy's channel at YouTube, Ben J's channel at YouTube.